What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before I get started, I have not been feeling good all week. I'm a little nasal and stopped up. It's kind of hard to talk without catching breaths in between that, but that's neither here nor there. What I want to do is give you guys some tips that'll aid you along your journey, whether you're in school, as far as elementary, middle school, high school, or whether you're in college. Just some things that will help aid you along so that you will be ready and organized. So before we get started, I want to make sure you guys have on my post notifications, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, and make sure you guys have watched the videos before this. And I thank you and I love you guys so much for your support. So let's get started. Tip number one. So for tip number one, get enough sleep. It's very important that you get enough sleep so that you're functioning, you have enough energy to get through your day, depending on if you're in school all day or if you're only in school for a couple of hours. You want to make sure you have enough sleep. Sleep is very vital and very important when it comes to going to school, because you want to have that energy. You don't want to be in class going to sleep. You want to make sure you get all the information you can while you're in class. So make sure you guys get enough sleep, because sleep is very important. So make sure you're going to bed on time so that you can get to class on time. So tip number two, make sure when choosing your schedules, or if your teachers choose them for you for elementary school through high school, make sure they're matching you with the correct classes that can actually give you the fundamentals for what you're actually trying to do in life. When you're in college, make sure you're picking the correct majors. It's very important that you pick the right majors, because there's a lot of people out here who have majors and they can't do anything with them. So picking the correct major for your field, make sure you guys do that correctly, because you want to pick a major where it's a high demand in that field. Therefore, once you finish with your major, you'll have a job and you won't be just sitting around with a degree not doing anything. Number three is a very big one, organization. You want to make sure you have everything you need for class: your notebooks, your pens, your pencils, your books. It's very important that you have all your supplies when you come to class ready to go. Also with organization, you want to make sure that you're studying. Very important. If you're in middle through high school, college, studying, you want to make sure that you organize it to where you have enough hours of studying, as much hours as you spend in class. So as much time as you spend in class, add 2 hours to that. That's how much you've been studying. Realistically, no one's going to study for that long. So what you want to do is, when it comes to studying, you want to make sure that you don't study too long, because your mind will start going elsewhere. So when you're studying, make sure you only study for maybe up to an hour. After that, go text, go get on Instagram, go do anything that makes you happy, and then go back to studying, because you can't study all the way through, because the way your brain functions, if there's too much going on, you're not even going to be paying attention to what you're reading, and you're not going to understand it. So when you're studying, make sure you just take your time. You're reading some studying tips. For memorization, you can get a whiteboard. Make sure you're writing down the important things. You can get posters, hang them up on the wall so you're seeing it every day, so it's a repetition in your mind, so that can help you remember. Especially that's good for tests. Note cards. It's important that you make note cards. Note cards really help. If you write down just the important things, you don't want to put too much on a note card, because too much information, like I said. So yes, and then also with organization, make sure when you're in college, make sure your classes are not too close together. Make sure you have enough space in between to, get you a break, go get some food, 30 minutes, 15 minutes between your classes, so that you have enough time to get to that next class and that you don't feel rushed. So make sure you have breaks in between your classes if you are in college and you're able to do that. Class, homework. So if your teacher is giving you homework, make sure you get that done. Do not wait till the last minute to get your homework done. It's best the sooner that you do it, the fresher the information is in your brain. The sooner you get your homework out the way, bam, you got it out the way. You can do whatever you want for the rest of the day. So yeah, homework. Make sure you get that in a timely manner. Don't wait till the last minute. I know a lot of us procrastinate, but the sooner, the better. All right, so that's it for tip number. So that's it for tip number 3. Tip number 4, make one good friend. It's very important that you make one good friend so that, you know, say for instance you forgot to do your homework or you didn't come to class that day. They would help, you know, you could use their notes, they'll help you. That one good friend, they always come in handy. Also studying. When you're studying, sometimes it's good to study with someone else because you learn new tips that they're doing and that you're like, wow, okay, I didn't know you could do it that way. So that's very helpful as well. And then another thing, you know, you might be bored, you know, on campus, you know, so you want to make sure you have that one good friend that comes in handy, that real MVP, you know, so that's good. And we're going to end with tip 5. It's very important to know that first off, this is a journey. This is not a race. Think of it as a marathon. Everyone moves at their own pace. So you cannot be too hard on yourself if you're not moving at the pace as others, because everyone moves in their own pace. And as long as you're implementing the tools to get to that next step, you're doing good. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It's not about that. It's about making sure you finish and get the job done. So don't look at it as if you're behind or whatever. Just like I said, this is a marathon. It's not a race. You have a limited amount of time to get what you needed done. So just keep that in mind. Move at your own pace. As long as you're not where you was last year, you're moving in the right direction. So that's pretty much it for the 5 tips for school. I hope this was very helpful for those people who, you know, may have a hard time or is new to college, and you know, you got that little freshman thing going on. So I hope that this is helpful to those who are like new in college. You know, you're a freshman, you don't really know the deal or the 411 on what's going on. So I hope that these tips can help you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful school year, and comment below your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.